What's up everybody, welcome back to the PDX Picker channel. I'm Chris. Today we're going to do a little bit different video. We're going to do a product review. I recently ordered the Bound Box from ADH Dave, another reseller on YouTube that maybe some of you are aware of. So in today's video I'm going to unbox it. We're going to install it, put it to use, because I have 10 items I need to get shipped today, so we're going to test it out and give you my first impressions and thoughts on the Bound Box from ADH Dave.
Wanna buy that Farrah Fawcett poster? There's dispensers and a toaster. Don't know why. That kind of stuff you throw away. I'll sell on eBay.
Alright, here we go. We're going to open up the box and see what it looks like. We've got a nice 8x8 box that Dave sent. Some good packing paper, and here it is right there. I just bought the base kit for the Bound Box, just the small size. As you can see here from my shipping table, I don't have a ton of space, although I probably have enough to at least get the medium kit. But basically, for those of you that don't know, the Bound Box is an idea that Dave came up with to help with shipping. It's a series of 3D printed measuring devices that you can lay out on your shipping table and easily get an idea of the dimensions of a product so that you know pretty quickly what box to use to ship the item. There's a lot of times where I'll think an item will fit into a 10x8x6 box, and lo and behold, no, it's not. It's too big, so I'll build the 10x8x6 box. I'll try and put the item in there. It doesn't fit. Now I have this built box. Do I take it apart and put it back in? Do I keep it built and take up extra space? It's just kind of an annoying issue that can happen, but this product is designed to help minimize that. It's also designed, I think, to help you when you're listing items to get an idea of the size so that you get an idea of what to charge for shipping. If an item is super long, super wide, whatever it is, of course you're going to need to adjust the shipping price accordingly. So that's primarily the reason that this product exists. At least that's what I interpreted Dave's reasoning behind it was. There are also several additional add-ons you can add to this, things for storage capabilities. You can add a listing, backdrop for listing items, and the list goes on and on. But right now, like I said, we are just doing the base piece, which is 1 foot by 1 foot by 1 foot, 12 by 12 by 12. So you put some bubble wrap around the box pieces here, and here we go. So we have the Bound Box. I think I got one of the very first ones, probably in the first, let's say, 10 to 15 that he created. And that name, it sounds like he might be changing the name. It might not be Bound Box for much longer. I guess there's some potentially negative connotations associated with that. My vote was for the Flipper Shipper. I like that name, but we don't know exactly what he's going to come up with. But for now, it's the Bound Box. So he put it in this nice bag. Got this reflective piece in the background. That's neat. So let's open it up and pull out the pieces. All right, here are the pieces here. We have a corner piece here, and you can see it says Bound Box on it, so it'll always be marketed as that. So maybe, who knows, maybe this will be a collector's item at some point. I think that's a corner piece. One thing I would say that might be beneficial is to include a set of instructions. It's not that difficult. I'm sure I'll be able to put it together, no problem. But for those of you who are not viewers of his channel and maybe just come across the item on its own, organically, you haven't seen any of his videos, you wouldn't really know how to put it together because you haven't watched him do it. So just some instructions added in, just a simple one-pager, I think would be all you need. At least an image of what the finished product looks like. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to set the camera here, and hopefully it'll catch me building this. All right, so we have this piece here, this piece here. These two go like this, they just dovetail in like that. This piece here and this piece here. Okay. So those pieces have been put together. Then we have the upright, which should go like this. So this is the piece that stands up. is the finished bound box. He does include some screws that you can put in these holes right here. But I like my table, so another suggestion a lot of people have had is using command strips. I don't think I have any of those available right now. I believe Dave is going to include those if he can find them at a cheap price in the future. But for now, we're just going to set it up here. It does stay decently. So I think we'll be okay, at least for now, with no command strips. So that's the finished product. Let's test it out with a couple of items. All right, I got a couple of items that have sold for me. We got this knife here. It's kind of long and skinny. And then a bottle of shampoo here, Philosophy Baby Grace shampoo. Those both sold for me recently on eBay. I realized I had set this up backwards, at least I believe I did. Before I had the read 12 to 1, so I had that switched around. Again, some instructions would really be helpful. But all right, let's put the first product in here. We got this Baby Grace bottle, so we can see it's 4 inches necessary. So we're going to need at least a 4x4 by 10 inch box. So that's good to know. 4x4 by 10. That is helpful information. And then here we've got basically a 12-inch long item, but you can see it goes a little bit over there, so we're going to need something at least 12 inches in length. And of course, if you wanted to, he does have additions that you can add, extra kits that you can make this 24 inches long, 36 inches long, 24 inches tall, 36 inches tall, etc. Some of the other things that he adds on there that I think are really neat are little containers, holders for things like your knife, your scissors. He's going to eventually add hopefully a tape dispenser, I believe. So just some nice add-ons that can be really useful for not everyone. Not everyone is going to find this product to be necessary, because obviously a measuring tape can do the same job equally well, but that's the point of this is maybe you lose your measuring tape, maybe it's not always handy, or maybe more importantly, you just want a very quick, easy visual aid to help you when it comes to packing, shipping, and coming up with shipping prices on your items you list. So overall, this base product costs $34.99 plus shipping. The value on that, I'll admit, it's pretty expensive. It's pretty expensive for what you get, because ultimately it is just 3 rulers that are essentially fastened together with some dovetails. But I'm doing it because I support ADH Dave. I support Dave in general. He is a great content character. I really like the idea. I do plan on getting at least some of the accessories for it. Probably the cup holder, the pen holder, the shipping knife holder, things like that. I want to get that, and I don't know, maybe I'll increase the size out to the 24 inches in each direction. But the base price of $34.99, if you can get that down over time, I think that will really minimize the barrier to entry that a lot of people have, especially the people that don't necessarily get the product. But that's the review for the Bound Box by ADH Dave. Thanks so much for watching. Please like this video if you did. Subscribe to my channel to get some more content like this in the future. Sometimes it'll be product reviews. Sometimes it'll just be information about my eBay reselling business in general. Appreciate you all watching. We'll catch you on the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.